With us now is Chief O'Connell. Chief, it's a pleasure and privilege to have you with us today.
My pleasure, thank you.
You're the Chief of Police of Wilton Manors, not the biggest police department in this general area. Tell us what it's like to manage this particular department.
It's always good to take a little bit of a historical perspective. My career started with the city of Pompano Beach, a very large police department of about 240 sworn. My career started in 1978. In 1999, a decision was made to merge with the Broward Sheriff's Office. So we went from a large police department to a very large police department, the Broward Sheriff's Office. And I worked with them for 12 years. And then in 2011, I came here to Wilton Manors as their new police chief. And I quickly discovered small is better. I know everyone's name in my police department, and everyone knows my name. But beyond the walls of this police department, we know everyone's name over at City Hall, whether it's Parks and Recreation or Public Works or the city manager's administration. We know everyone's name, as opposed to a large machine like the Sheriff's Office or a not so large machine like the Pompano Beach. I discovered very quickly that small is better.
What I can see here is you have personal relationships with colleagues and the entire community, something that is more essential today than ever.
Yes, the partnership between the police department and the community it serves is critical now more than ever. And you know, I can go down a long list of examples where that partnership is under stress. But here in Wilton Manors, at the city of Wilton Manors, I feel very confident in that we have a very good working relationships with the many communities within the city.
How has law enforcement changed, evolved over the years? Technology, I'm sure, has made some changes occur, but is crime the same it's always been, or has it also changed?
Crime has changed in that it's more electronic than ever. Usually, you know, back in the days when I was patrolling in a patrol car, chances are the person who committed the crime either lived in the neighborhood or the neighborhood next door. Now, because of electronics, we could have the person committing the crime in another country, never leaving the desktop. So those are some of the challenges that we face. Another challenge that we face is expectations, or I refer to them as unreasonable expectations. You know, we all grew up on television, and television has conditioned us to understand that most problems can be solved in either 30 or 60 minutes with commercial breaks. That's not reality. Patience is a virtue, and it's a virtue that's in short supply right now. So the challenges that we have, not just the expanded type of crime that we engage, but the expanded type of expectation or unreasonable expectations that people sometimes have of us as police officers.
Do you feel that people are more or less responsible than they were considering education back, say, 20, 30 years ago? Or do you feel that things have become more superficial than ever?
I don't know if superficial is the right word. I think if I were going to use one word, it seems people are less dedicated. Whether it's dedicated to their family, dedicated to their work, or dedicated to their community, or dedicated to their church, whatever church it might be. It just seems to be less dedication, less focus. And that might come back to a lot to do with the electronics that divide our attention and take our focus and blur it.
Well, I believe that entertainment and television has a very negative effect largely on people's values. We trivialize violence. We make it appear that the bar scene brawl is a fun thing with music. And actually all of these things, trivializing violence and crime and depicting wrong role models, I think has a cumulative very bad effect. That's my view. What are your thoughts?
I can tell you this, I judge the value or the quality of my life based on the amount of TV I watch. The less TV I watch, the more quality I feel as though I have in my life. And that's what I teach my children. That TV is simply an entertainment. It's not reality. and it should be limited. Get back to work, get back to your community, get back to your church, get back to real life as opposed to the quote-unquote non-reality of television.
Well, like anything, a kitchen knife can be used to make a salad or to hurt someone, and TV has redeeming features, educational aspects to it. Like all tools, could be used in a more positive way. Sir, how do you see the challenges in general facing law enforcement at this time?
Well, if my math is correct, I'm approaching 40 years in police work. And I can tell you, in this day and age, it's never been more challenging and more frustrating. We were always depicted as the good guys, and that picture is being blurred now. So I don't know if you had a chance to read the editorial in today's paper, and then the letter to the editor that was published in yesterday's opinion at the Sun Sentinel. It's something that I penned on behalf of the Broward Chiefs Association. That says, look, we all feel frustrated, but we need to have this journey to justice, is the phrase that I used. A journey for justice, and it's a journey that we have to take together. If we continue to divide, then the days that we have in front of us are not going to be pleasant.
Well, all we can do is hope for social responsibility, dedication, and for people to be decent, law-abiding, in a spirit of community and joint cooperation. I want to thank you so very much for being with us today, sir.
Thank you.
A real pleasure.
My pleasure.
I'll be right back.